Thank you, Mr. Speaker, sir. I rise to support the bill before the House. Let me begin by acknowledging the institution at the heart of this bill. The Pacific Theological College has served our region for 60 years, in fact, longer than USP, training pastors, scholars, and community leaders since 1965, awarding its first degrees in 1968 and building postgraduate capacity through master's program from 1987 and PhDs from 2004. With these achievements, Pacific Theological College's aspiration is to become the Pacifica Communities University, and we support that. This bill expands access to tertiary education for our Pacific communities and gives legislative recognition to an institution owned by 20 member churches across 16 Pacific countries and territories. To achieve that objective, the bill seeks to modernize the governance framework of the college while providing continuity of its assets, staff, students, contracts, and other existing arrangements. Mr. Speaker, sir, I want to acknowledge what this bill does well, particularly welcome Clause 27 on academic freedom. Academic freedom is fundamental to any institution of higher learning, where ideas can be examined, debated, challenged, and researched, including ideas that may be controversial or unpopular. I also acknowledge the transitional provisions in Part 7, the continuation of assets, staff, students, contracts, and other existing arrangement provides important legal and practical continuity. Mr. Speaker, sir, there is a section on self-accreditation. The power in Clause 5A is not in itself an unprecedented legal concept. The Higher Education Act 2008 already recognizes self-accrediting institutions established under their own legislation. Therefore, I do not regard self-accreditation itself as the legal gap. However, there should be absolute clarity that self-accreditation does not mean operating outside the National Higher Education Quality Assurance Framework. The university should still be subject to the appropriate requirements of the Fiji Higher Education Commission, including registration and the recording or recognition of its qualification, the usual processes which all other universities follow. Mr. Speaker, sir, this will definitely protect the credibility of qualifications awarded by the institution because we must recognize the student invest years of their lives and significant resources in obtaining a degree. So their qualification must be recognized and respected within Fiji and across Pacific as well as internationally. Mr. Speaker, sir, we recognize the legitimate purpose of this bill, as I mentioned earlier on. We recognize the importance of modernizing the governance of the Pacific Theological College, and we welcome the transitional provisions. We acknowledge the protection of academic freedom. We also recognize that the self-accreditation provision can operate within the existing higher education framework. On that basis, Mr. Speaker, sir, I thank you for giving me this opportunity and I support this bill. Thank you.